them at the end with a little remix, but we'll get into that here in a second. Let's check out the overall scoring and how these guys are going to be competing and how they will win. So, as we said, that first set is Sky Station Showdown. Junkyard Juke will be the second one. Set 3 will be Never Before Seen World 1, and then set 4 will be the Golden Games. Now, the Golden Games will comprise of a singular match from each one of the other 3 with, as I said, a nice little remix on it.
Una mini pantalla.
Llama, while all of the other sets are worth a singular silver.
¿Sabes qué puedo jugar ya a la vez, verlo? Mira, el cuadrado.
Accumulate the most llamas throughout each set. We're treating each set as its own individual thing with a couple games in between. So they're gonna get a couple runs at it, and you just want to do the best in every set and get those llamas. So you can
Dame puntos, yo voy.
Bueno, aquí abajo podéis ver.
Joder, ¿cuántos puntos lleva?
Up there for you, and the way it ends up working is from top to bottom. Each one of these contestants will be winning money, so everyone is a winner in there, but first place ends up deciding that, and this is per the individual matches, and it's cumulative. It won't carry over through the sets, but they're still taking it home at the end of the day. So you definitely want to get into the top 4 to
55. ¿Eso sería? ¿Cuánto euros? Un montón de euros. Mira otro juego. No, otro juego tampoco,
12 of matches total, so tons of chances to win prizes from all of these guys. Let's take a look at the roster and all of the teams who will be competing and give you guys a quick little overview. You can see Chicken Champions led by El Rubius, Sunshine Soldiers, got that one right too, Zeke, with Danyan and Achin representing as the captains, Funky Fighters with Tomoya, Kadoku represented by Lachlan.
But we gotta give some love to the Ravens Revenge. You can see them up there, Little Whip Warriors. We already kind of touched base with Ninja. Llama Record, which you talked about a lot coming up into here, and of course, the Fish Fam, who's going to be led by Scissors.
Y si fuera se ha clasificado, tío. ¿Te das cuenta?
Go through, run, qualify. A lot of them have had the world run, or not world run experience, excuse me, but in those death runs where they were doing the qualifications. But there are also some combat aspects. So we've seen Sky Station Showdown before. So there's going to be a little bit, I don't want to say advantage, but there might be a little more at home when you're actually firing bullets, building out, and trying to get those rotations in.
Yeah, I mean, these guys grind and they all play. Let's go and take a look at the format here so we can kind of
75.000 puntos llevo, Juanma.
So now the VIP will be those creative captains, and they have to be the one in the capture point, uncontested, to score points. They will get 3 points per second in the initial hills, and then the first team to 1,000 points, or the highest scoring team by the end. And also, the creative captains will be wielding the Infinity Blade.
That Infinity Blade will be important because they have to get to the capture points. A, B, and C, which will give 3 points a second, and then 7 minutes into the round, point D opens up, where you will get about a lot more. That is what you want to do. You want to gun for the point D on the map. That's your combat. Your lead takes.
Yeah, you can see a lot change when that opens up at 7 minutes, but now
Juanma lleva 80.000 y pico puntos, tío. Si mata esta hamburguesa gigante.
The summer block party, we got you. Zeke, catch us up.
Hola, ¿alguien se conecta al directo?
83.500 puntos, tío. Voy a superar el banano.
Now let's break down how it all works.
Yo superé mi récord
For this
mío.
very special event, we are bringing you an exciting King of the Hill style game built and creative by Team Evolve.
¡No me han matado! ¿Te imaginas que tengo que empezar al principio?
¿Por qué tienes que empezar desde el principio?
No. Yo muerto y no pasa nada.
Racking up points by holding them down for their team. As each team gets capture points, they'll need to protect their team's VIP, who plays a
No, sácame la hamburguesa gigante. Voy a superar el banano.
They'll respawn at the team's home base. The VIP is the only player who can earn points for your team while in the capture circle.
¿Hamburguesa gigante?
They are also the only ones who can wield the Infinity Blade, which deals massive melee damage and enables the wielder to jump incredible distances. It's the rest of the team's job to make sure the VIP gets to the capture circle and stays there as long as possible without being
¿Sonaba si me matan?
With 3 capture circles across the map,
91.000 puntos. Voy a superar el banano.
Pay attention to your surroundings, because if lots of teams are fighting for the same point, there could be an open circle elsewhere. Hold up. Did I say capture circles? Actually, there's a fourth one. Partway through the match, the fourth capture circle in the center of the map will open up and will award 4 times more points per second than the others.
Quiero conseguir 100.000, tío.
High risk. After each match, teams will be ranked based on how long they held the capture circles and earn overall points based on their rank in that game. Those points will be added to an overall leaderboard, and at the end of 6 matches, the team with the most points wins. Let the showdown begin.
¿Qué? ¿Ha conseguido estos 5.000 puntos?
Love seeing that and getting
Total
a quick
100.000?
rundown on how the teams can go about playing. Now, Monster, I have to ask you, knowing the rules now, seeing the map, seeing the teams, who is your team to watch out for?
You know, early on, I thought the Little Whip Warriors and the Fish Man were going to
100.000 puntos, tío. Madre mía, lo que me ha costado, loco.
Gotaga now.
Una hamburguesa. Pero pongo la huerca.
They've swayed me.
Ya han empezado, ¿no? Bueno, chicos, no vengo. Vamos a ver comentando mientras.
Very competitive at a drop of a hat. My team to watch, the Llama Record Co, Hand of Blood, Spenos, Alex JJ Carnifex. You heard him talk about it. 3 competitive veterans and a very aggressive German. That's a combination that I want to see on Sky Station Showdown. Now, we've done a whole bunch of talking, but I know why you guys are here. You know why we're here. It's time to play some Fortnite. The Fortnite World Cup Creative Finals starts right now.
This is it. We are loading in. Everyone's hopping out, and they are actually familiar with this map. So we're gonna see the strategies off the bat here. Let's see who can take away and break away with that early lead we saw there. Nice wide shot of ball.
ganando el equipo de Ninja.
In the lead off the bat.
Already you can see trades coming out.
¿no?
Fun fact, the Infinity Blade wielder gets a bonus 100 health and shield, so he's sitting at...
Ojo, tío, la otra llevan 0 puntos,
On top of that,
Qué malvado.
is on. If you didn't
Ah, que juega primero, creo que está atrás, no sé, tío.
Over. That makes the Infinity Blade very hard to take down. They also get those big crescent move jumps to slam down. And as you can see going on the right-hand side of your screen, it is creative chaos all over the place. But now taking in with the Little Whip Warriors as they're able to clean it out, and Ninja's trying to rotate up top.
Yeah, I'm sorry to break it to you, but the Llama Record was completely pushed off of their point. And now we have Ninja who's going in with the Infinity Blade. What a player to wield this one right here. Oh, he's getting pushed back. Notice how he doesn't even want to get eliminated. He wants to do as much damage as possible. But is that effective?
I think you just kind of reset and you go, or you get up there and you start swinging. The 75 damage hit will be able to take it down, and the Llama Record Company establishes himself right back up. Now, what's going to be interesting to me is how the players utilize their building. You start with 50 wood.
¿En los Rubén no era el palito pescado?
¿Qué?
¿En los Rubén no era el palito pescado?
No, era el de pollo.
You can get some ridiculous builds, as we're already seeing on top of the blue hill.
Yeah, this is actually a neck-and-neck race right here in the early game so far. Fish Fam, Chicken Champions, and Raven's Revenge are all trading spots at the moment.
Creo que el palito pescado es de
Sunshine
Tito.
Soldiers comes right on in to wipe that up and get them out of there. Nice job for Stewart.
And look at the Cuddle Crew across
Los otros van muy mal, ¿eh?
first points because they've been
Y Grupo gana
contested
alguno de
the
España. Mira
entire
la bombardera
time,
con
whereas
9
Llama Record
puntos.
Company has only had one team coming up towards them. Another thing to note, let's talk about the loadouts here, Monster. What are they rocking?
They're rocking everything that you can get in the game, from blue tactical AR up to that hunting rifle. So you have the long range, you have the close range, you have the AR. You kind of just pick and choose your battle, what you want to use.
And the one thing you're missing that the Infinity Blade wielder
Ojo el palito
does not
pescado.
have will be 9 impulse grenades. So everyone has a bunch of mobility to be able to get up there. But you see right there, Scissors able to cut
Equipo
down a
pescado
bunch
de
and get a
Tito.
decent amount of timing. Let's
En el agua ganando el Ninja ahora.
Warriors climbing up. It is only a 5-second uncontested lead, and they're building on it. Right now, not a lot of points.
Ninja, viene Ninja, tío.
Hill opens
¿Está
up
dentro?
at 7 minutes. It's going to be that much more important.
Yeah, this is going way
Ninja está
better
jugando
than I
genial, ¿eh?
expected. There is no one dominant team so far. But the Little Whip Warriors are doing so great right now. There goes Ninja, and he traded out. Raven's Revenge
Kill
kind of takes
Ninja.
it back over. Will Gotaga squad manage to hold
Claro que con la espada, tío. Súper difícil matar.
points in. He has to get it. If there's someone on it, you're not going to get anything.
right? And as soon as you're up there, teammates are not building for you.
Lo estoy
You're
viendo desde
exposed
mi
for the
sillón.
entire map. Everyone else is able to
The
see you.
World
You
Cup.
can see El Rubius going in, but the double tack plus the Infinity Blade
Todo
Wheeler
bien.
of Hand of Blood. This Llama Record Company team is looking to go platinum with a great defense of their point.
There it is, very nice. Finally starting to earn some points, trying to
Yo
break
quiero que
that.
gane
You know,
alguno de
triple-digit
España
Hand of
o
Blood.
alguno que yo
Fun fact
conozca.
right there. This dog Falco is Germany's second biggest dog influencer on Instagram.
That's impressive.
Lo de la llama.
First biggest is-
Está empezando a subir.
¡Ojo!
for that,
¡Ojo,
like, you
el
go
equipo
down the line,
piloto!
but one thing I do want to note for Hand of Blood,
Y ojo el equipo de la llama,
coming out of the Infinity Blade,
Ojo el equipo de la llama que se pone tercero en la fiesta primero y Ninja segundo.
but the chicken champions
Ojo,
come out
ojo.
on top there.
Ojo,
No,
que el
and
El Rubio se pone tercero.
left, able to hold the top.
El
Now,
Ninja segundo.
crawling their way back
Y
up
de la
the
fiesta
road,
primero,
about,
tío.
like, 10 seconds or so behind the Funky Fighters?
Dude, wait a second. Where did the Funky Fighters come from? Suddenly they're at the top here, and the Little Wit Warriors have not managed to earn any points.
Amado Rubio, tío.
Sunshine Soldiers looking to kind of ruin that festival up top, but it's Tomoya. We touched with him with Pookie early on. He said,
Tomoya.
you know what, he chose his players, you know, specifically because they're great at def runs, but it looks like they battle it out too.
¡Ojo!
They're doing a
El
very
dispari-
good job
ojo
making
el
sure they
deslizo.
go at the same time. You
Se
can
porte
see
por
Ojo.
being patient, doing everything he can
Cuando
to
tiene
try and
deslizo.
find an outlet, but he doesn't want to commit before his teammates are there. He's waiting for Kutu. There they are. Kutu coming up with them as well. The
Faltan 10
fight
minutos para que
is
acabe la
on,
ronda.
but we switch back over to Scissors just chopping it down. But the fish fam is a sushi there as the retake happens.
That is actually
Ojo,
crazy.
que
Watch him kind of
sí.
wait there, prepare the
Lo que
ambush.
pasaba en
His team
último.
comes up and they collapse on the point.
Ojo la
And
bombardera.
bye-bye, Fish
Tiene
Fam.
21
And notice
puntos.
they had enough mats to completely encircle the top, but the Infinity Blade will be able to come right out. So instead, Tomoya jumps straight up to just stall out a couple every seconds because every second matters. As you see, Kutu also on 8 elims right now. The sword players putting in work.
We have a bit of a tie up top. Funky Fighters and Fish Fam. Llama Records so close as well. This is a close one for the run in the top 5 so far.
A Ninja como le dio la corredera, se carga todo, ¿sabes?
Out of spawn.
Con la...
9 of them, so it's great
el
to
impulso de la
throw them
corredera,
out,
sí.
knock other people off the point, but use 3 to get a little faster. These
Pero
guys
tío,
are
si
all
pueden
very
construir una
experienced in terms of
superventaja, ¿sabes?
navigating basically every part of creative and battle royale, so they can use those little quick impulses to get themselves more efficient. As you see Zan go down, Suzu go down, Scissors go down right there as Lachlan is just cutting them apart. But Tomoya again, the Funky Fighters.
Ay, que el Ninja se pone tercero y el Rubio
Segundo.
quinto.
Right now to the Cuddle Crew.
El Rubio quinto, tío.
Ojo, ojo el de Ninja.
Wielder here, so
Atento.
Phytex has
Se está
to
subiendo.
Ninja subiendo, Ninja subiendo, Ninja subiendo.
leader the team
Vaya, como sube el Ninja, ¿eh?
Vale, ojo Ninja ahí.
Lo supera, lo supera.
Lo superado.
Ninja primero.
Lo ha superado.
And now Gotaga goes up and goes straight back down, not able to catch himself on the edge, so Raven's Revenge gonna have to wait a little bit before they get points, but
Yo
have
no sé
full
por qué
control.
los cuervos va por
Unfortunately,
el
breaks
Ninja.
some of his
Si los cuervos no
teammates
le están
built
haciendo
there
nada.
with the Infinity Blade.
Yeah, you see Chappie. Chappie's from...
Ojo que la bombardera remonta, ¿eh?
The creative mode is actually 1v1 build fight, so this is why they're doing pretty good right now. And they kind of close it up.
Venga, Ninja, más puntos.
Venga,
Ninja. Vamos ahí. Vamos, Ninja.
Vaya, Ninja.
Down and
Ninja.
Scissors survives just for a bit more.
300 puntos que lleva ya.
Every single time the Funky Fighters go up, it is never a solo person. It is always 2, most of the time 3. They get control and then they immediately box up. But while we've been talking about them, let's check in back with the scoring as we're now right
Dale, Ninja, tío.
in a minute out from that 12 point per second circle. And Ninja's team, the Little Whip Warriors, are Little Whipping all over as Tomoya goes up, comes back down, and the Shing Shing was not enough.
buena la ha hecho
Cuddle Crew
Tomoya.
takes him down.
Actually love that shot. You don't see anyone
Ninja.
else really
Madre mía, Ninja.
the
Ninja sigue acumulando
up
puntos.
into the air to kind of disengage off the pressure.
Ojo,
Ninja's doing
Ninja.
a great job topping up here. He's already at 8 of limbs. That
Oh,
never
su
mind,
equipo.
make that 9. That was Gotaga
Ay,
went down
el equipo
right
Ninja
there.
buenísimo.
And they finally
Ese
get
equipo Ninja
another
buenísimo.
run
Mira
at,
que cuántos puntos ya tiene el
advancing the
Ninja.
lead here.
And they are slaying out too. You see every single one of them almost to the double-digit marks, but
¿Qué pasa?
below, don't use your head. Yeah, you gotta be careful because hey, if all you're doing is sitting there rifling, that's fine. Somebody's
Continúa.
gonna take a hunting rifle and make you pay. Lachlan goes.
Se carga la Ninja, creo.
Just behind him.
Se la han
Lachlan
cargado.
take that one over. Kaz is trying to do everything he can, and he does get Lachlan. So good delay coming out from down there, but opening up about a 20-second lead. But here we go. 3, 2, 1. Middle point is open. That's 12 points per second, and right off of the bat, we see Cutter heading towards the impulses going out, and a swing and a miss there with the Superman jump from
La granada de impulso empiezan. No, el Rubio, creo que ahí consiguen más puntos, tío. ¡Ha matado Ninja Rubio! No, Ninja ha matado a Rubius. ¿Ha visto el coche de ese, tío? ¡Qué guapo!
And he's on it. He's playing some good defense there. Down goes Hand of Blood. No points for the Llama record anymore. They actually use that. Just a couple seconds put them all the way back up to second place.
And two of the Cutter crew right now have combined for 31 eliminations, but they're not converting it into points. They're currently sitting at the bottom, 189. Little Whip Warriors do still have a lead, but it's already been cut down. And just as I said, with the middle hill, Funky Fighters almost taken away. There it goes right on over. And you see any amount of time in that middle hill is so efficient.
Actually loving that little strat right there. They hold a point, then aim out to where these players spawn in and kind of move in from, just kind of pressure them back.
Yeah, so that's when you need somebody with a hunting rifle to start taking shots and saying, hey, pick on somebody else. If you look this way, you're going to have to respawn, because if you can get tags, great, but if you don't convert them and into anything, it's not worth it. As I just kind of stuttered, because Carnifex is sitting on 23 eliminations, and on 14 right there. That's why the Llama Record Company is ahead right now.
Yes, and they were using that 4x bonus on Capture Point D, which is right in the middle. It only appears after the 7-minute mark. So now that we only have 5 left in the game, it's up to whoever can hit that 1,000 first, or the timer runs out. But at this pace,
Madre mía.
or the Llama Records are
Pues maravilloso, ¿eh?
Yeah, the Sunshine Soldiers are also racking up points quickly. What's interesting to see is
Juan
are pretty much now
vengo, ¿vale?
everyone has tunneled in on that center hill. Once you get later into the game, when you need to kind of go up a little bit more, consistent points end up winning out, because everyone will turn their attention to the 12 points per second. You'll have impulses going down there, random hunting rifle shots, builds 24/7, because they see that tick happening. And look, as I said, all the sword players are down there, 2 of them going off, the attack shotguns being thrown up, walls everywhere, but it doesn't matter. Points aren't being scored right now.
Yeah, they're trying so hard to get all the bonus points that the Fish Fam is just like stealing away the lead right now. But also, remember, if their teammates pick up elims, you get matched straight to your points, into your inventory.
And you can actually fortify to prevent the impulses from going in, or make kind of a wall to toss it in. As you see, Hand of Blood picking up his 16th elim, but hey, Scissors is chilling.
Yeah,
Pumpernickel it up, man. Pumpernickel it up. Yeah, let him know. Let him know. There we go. He's saying, hey, you guys will stick to our strategy. Let's see if somebody goes to contest it. There it is right away. They go up with all 4 of them. You don't want to run into this. They're ready and waiting. They know they have no
Madre mía.
Oh, he's
¿Qué? Joder, el ninja, ¿no?
Mira el decisor.
¿Pero cuál es ese gesto? ¿Cuál es ese gesto, tío?
Ojo que ya la van a atacar.
Like, what can you do in this instance? They see the other scores. That leaderboard is running for
Ya gana, ya gana.
Oh,
¡Oh, que lo ha superado!
For that side, and then the second you get the lead, start running at the Fish Fam. Don't let them come anywhere near any point. Nobody else is
No, la llama no.
in the middle. Everyone's attention is there right now, and the Llama Record Company now has the 100-point lead back in the span of just 10 seconds.
No, ninja, tío.
One time, and suddenly Llama Record takes the lead, as the Fish Fam wasn't just farming all those points. Nope, Fish Fam no longer have a free point. It is up to everyone to stop.
Yo confiaba en Ninja, tío. Tío, la bombardera, ¿eh?
And he's going for the middle now. He's got his team ready. Let's see what's he gonna do. Hits the vent, goes right in, nice and sneaky. Oh, he's still waiting. Look at the big brain plays. Comes out the collateral. Right there, and it's all his. The center point is his to earn points now, Sundown.
It's so close. It's just a few more
Gotta
kicks.
stop him.
Ya.
Goes over, and that's it. Llama Record Co. takes the first match match. Hand of Blood, Spenos, Alex, JJ, and Carnifex are your match 1, set 1 winners right there. Incredibly impressive, coming out, well-executed gameplay. And they say, Scissors, you can hold that L instead of the trophy. Don't celebrate too early.
It's the World Cup Creative Finals. Every game is worth so much money as well, so much prize. So to take a victory off the bat, you have to be feeling great. And that was your fan fave to pick.
I mean, they had everything going in. They're incredibly confident, but they had to make sure they were able to get it. You can see the last few moments, they'd already boxed themselves up after clearing out the Funky Fighters, who were the only other contestants. The Funky Fighters actually also passed the Fish Fam in the last moment, which is huge in terms of not only the prizing, but what will end up being potentially a llama in the end.
That's right, that is right. Loving his replay right there. The let's goes, the energy is real. You can clearly see the excitement. That was a great game to watch.
Un aplauso, tío.
Honestly, I love Sky Station Showdown so much because I think there's a level of depth there, right? Everything is wood, so you're able to like kind of hit through it, and the Infinity Blade cuts through all of it right away. But the Infinity Blade wielder doesn't have the ability to build, needs the support from his teammates. So you saw the people who were roaming in packs of 3 and 4, incredibly successful.
Yeah, it was kind of unfortunate. The Cutter Crew was like slaying, legit. So many elims, but
Ojo el equipo
not a lot of
llama.
points, and that's because play that split game, it's not going to work out.
You have to convert it into control. It is a control the point game mode, and if you're not doing that, the other players are going to be doing that. As you saw,
Chavales, yo estoy reventado. David,
Revenge, man. I might have to jump
llevamos
on
aquí
the
yo y
Llama
Ricardo
record
como
company.
una hora.
bandwagon it?
Dos.
One match?
Just one, dude.
One match? That was quick. All right, well, he jumps on the bandwagon. We're going to jump on over to Pookie, who has an interview.
¿Vosotros lo veis con corte y todo? ¿Es que me hablo?
So much, guys. I am here down on the arena
¡Mira galopante!
with our champions here. We have the Llama Record Company. Now,
Juega Cala de la Llama, ay, qué grande.
ever played this? Let's go to you first.
Yeah, we
¿Lo has
had
visto, Juanma?
training sessions yesterday and we were totally dominating the
La
game.
cara de la llama, tío, qué
I
gigante.
mean, we are by far the best team here, and right now we feel very confident, yeah.
Well, you
Una
certainly
pregunta,
played, like,
¿el galopante no era negro?
behind there. So your strategy was kind of like to get those points slower
la
early
he
at the very
hecho Tinte.
beginning, and then kind of go into the middle and kind of start dominating near the end. Who made that call?
Creo que sea rachita ni
I
nada,
mean,
chicos,
that was
¿eh?
pretty much me,
¿Lo
yeah.
digo?
Like, we know that at 7 minutes, like, the middle just opens up and you get like 12 points a second instead of 3. So, yeah, we decided to work on that.
Hostia, la cara de la llama es
At
gigante, sí.
first, but we got our strat going. So, yeah, it went pretty good.
Speaking of strategy, are you going to carry that into the
¿Sabes qué
next
equipo
game?
debería haber
Switch
habido?
up?
We're just gonna do
Debería
the
haber
same thing.
habido
Hopefully
el
no one
equipo banana.
I mean, now all of your competitors have heard you say that, so we might have to discuss strategy a little bit when the
el equipo
microphone
tomate.
gets turned off. Now, finally,
Y la hamburguesa.
how does it feel being here, playing
La
in front of this
calavera.
massive audience?
It feels amazing, like it's just a dream coming true.
Thank you. And for you over here, you've traveled all of this way to just be here, be at the World Cup. Is it surreal? How do you feel about it?
It's an experience. It's really nice. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
and we love Spando.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll talk about that. You guys got to educate me on that. Not sure what that is. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations on taking the first game. Casters, back up to you.
Thank you so much, Llama Record Co., Hand of Blood, Spenos, Alex, JJ, and Carnifex taking the very first match of the Creative Finals, the first match on this stage. I mean, it was an impressive format. They clearly had a strategy they wanted to execute on. It took them a little bit to get there, but over the course of the game, they were
Juanma, te quiero el vídeo, ¿no?
accruing points.
Digo yo.
I should have known last night they were going to do good.
¿Qué?
Saw them on the hotel lobby.
Que ya se acabó la World Cup.
Literally, as a crew, one of the only creative teams that I
Sí.
saw sticking together.
Otra
like a
vez aquí el
squad.
vídeo de hoy, chicos. Espero que hayan encantado. Han ganado el equipo llama. Yo confío en Ninja o Rubius, pero Rubius. Si queréis que la siguiente World Cup la veamos, dejad 3 likes. Con 3 likes ya la veremos. Así que hasta la próxima. Chao, chao.
Don't fix it. Like, stick to that if you're going to keep winning, but what do the other teams do to now make them
Bueno,
uncomfortable? How do you
chavales,
go
si
challenge
queréis
them?
ir
I mean, honestly, we saw
mañana
a
la
lot of that
próxima
team
World
play
Cup,
out of a
dejar
fishing, right? You wait for your Infinity Blade wielder to
dejar
come up
booster ahí en
and then
cualquier
get the
video,
team to
me da
back them up.
igual.
You have to work together. And remember, when you catch an elimination,
Si queréis que grabe con
that's where it can
Ricardo
help you build.
en la siguiente.
Yes, Matt and the health.
Mamá, empieza otra, empieza
Is
otra.
done. The second match is kicking
Adiós.
off right now,
Bro,
and we will
Juanma,
a pretty good
Juanma,
idea of where
espérate,
we're
que soy
going.
idiota y no he grabado la anterior. Voy a grabar esta bien.
And now the second match is underway.
No, chicos, sí, ya estamos aquí en la World Cup. Vamos a ver qué equipo gana.
Opting to take some hunting rifle shots.
Bueno, chavales, pues no, al final no nos vamos, seguimos aquí en la World Cup. Yo confiaba mucho en Ninja.
Hit the vent, jump, and then jump again. Two jumps right
El
away.
equipo
Fish fam
Rubius va
and
comenzando bien,
chicken
y el equipo
contenders.
Pescado también.
God, awful. Chicken
Chicken
champions.
no.
Apologies.
Tenders, chicken, what? You trying to get
Chicken
us
defenders,
Let's
chicken
go.
tenders. I know, my fault.
Ninja va
Here we are.
subiendo.
So
Ya,
this time around,
Ninja va subiendo
Sunshine
primero.
Ninja
actually managed
primero.
to get some points off the bat. Very good for them, but Little Whip Warriors, same thing we saw before. How to take, a little bit of the first big step here.
I mean, Ninja, it knows those jumps. He's able to get around incredibly efficient, up to the top right away.
El niño es el helado.
Coming out Tomoya, able to ruin that one there, but then
El
Tyler
Rubio es el
trades it
pollo.
right back out. And what really is important here is about
Ese
establishing
pescadito.
control as a team. You want to stay together and just...
Que Rubio va ganando.
As Ninja goes up, followed quickly by the
A ver
Little
si
Whip
le
Warriors.
llama
Ninja
o
goes first,
ahora
gets one elim, gets two elim,
va a ganar
as
otra
they
vez, ¿se
swarm
imagina?
from both sides. So Ninja was up, two from the back, one from the front. That was a very well coordinated.
También Vita.
Love how they did that, and now they're all holding it together. Kaz holding down the backside, keeping these players off the ramp. But it's Gotaga's squad who's coming up the top here. It's Chappie, and Gotaga dives right on up into it. And doesn't matter, he just gets taken right down.
Mejor
This is
equipo
what
de
you need to do
Ninja,
here.
ahí tenemos a
Six eliminations
el mejor,
already.
uno de los
coming out
mejores
from Taldock
jugadores
with one,
del
Kaz
mundo,
on
Ninja.
4, and then 2 for Ninja with the Infinity Blade, as Taldock is immediately spraying down shots, making it a little bit more difficult. There come the
Qué raro que no se haya clasificado el equipo, tío.
Out of builds,
Ni Mongrano.
and uses team there, and Gotaga goes straight up.
Oh, they need some builds for their
123 puntos,
backside
el
because
equipo
they
de
are getting
Ninja.
sniped
Ninja,
out of that
Ninja sigue vivo.
spawn point there. It's
Ninja
Raven's
sigue
revenge.
vivo.
No, ma.
Just kind of gatekeeping at the moment, right? Look at Chappie's like, dude, I can't even go up right now because the team is
Ninja
up there.
queda en
It
su
was a
base.
good challenge, and he did some damage, but Ninja was all over. Now already up to 4 elims, opening up a 60-point lead, but have to keep an eye on the other
Están
parts of the
reventando un
map
poquito
as the
a
Chicken
Rubius.
Champions are doing their best to hold the top but get pushed out. Kaz finally gets taken down, but 5 elims on his first
Ninja.
hit there as Ninja challenges Magma. Will he
Ojo, Ninja.
that one up?
Ojo,
Yes, he
Ninja,
does.
se acaba de
The
cargar a
Champions on the
uno.
other side, Slam goes down right away, but now we're over on board with your match 1 winners, the Llama Rekiko, and they're already slaying out as well. 12 elims for them, but 0 on Hand of Blood, which is actually efficient, assuming he doesn't need the health. Will have the sword regen going through, but he can't use the builds, right? So other people need them.
He can't build. He also can't get hit right now, so he needs to be careful.
Saca ya yo.
because he is
Que mi
one shot
compañero me
away from
construyó
getting
una pirámide y quedarme ahí
Right
dentro.
on up. He has to put that pressure down, and it's the Chicken Champion to make a quick end of him. And it's their turn to start accruing points,
Por el
but no.
equipo de Ninja,
Champion
que
leader
van
goes
a
down
ir
there.
toda por él.
Good attempted defense from Carnifex. Was
Ahí
able to
ya
trade
están
out one, but now
atacando.
we have 2 swords up top. Gotaga and Lachlan just trying to beat each other up, and Gotaga comes out the winner of that one. Other Cuddle Crew team does pick it up there. Just remember, it's 3 points when you're standing in the circle. Uncontested, it has to be the VIP in there. When we hit 7 minutes, there is the 4th circle that is 12 points per second.
Definitely very intense for Tomaya here, who again has no health. The Funky Fighters are trying to get that dominant lead they had in that game 1. Can they get it? Ooh, he knows he's on the
Una
camera
vez
there,
ya
gives
sabes.
a little bit of a taunt. And uh-oh, is he gonna challenge? No, he stays back, says, you know what, points are more important right now. He's just
Mira, el pobre no van a por el equipo, digo.
And you can see the
digo
Funky
Taka.
Fighters
Ahora
trying to
no van.
prevent that ramp
Yeah,
coming
but
up.
Ninja
It's
sí, ¿no?
very efficient to just immediately, as soon as you come out, have 2 team members
qué
ramp
rabia
up
esto.
into the left or up into the right so you can get up to the first level. However, the Infinity Blade will break that in one shot, and you have a ton of rifle
Yo creo que iba a ganar
ammunition. These guys
Simpson
maxed out
a
on it.
primera, eh.
Let's see here. These are all the spawn points. You can actually see the banners hanging, so you know if you really want to focus in and kind of shut down a team, you totally can. And Llama Lords are not doing great this game.
No, and this was the double jump I talked about. Ninja goes straight up. That's the first Elam. He's going to be able to point his camera, go up, and challenge as soon as the team decides, but instead, going to save that jump to be more impactful. Raven's Revenge trying to get pushed out right here. Gotaga and crew doing everything they can, but Taldock is going up the back. Chappie gets taken down for Ninja's 8th Elam, and he jukes him out, going straight back up top. Gotaga, does he have the help?
Ninja consigue unos cuantos puntos.
Comes through, and Ninja
compañero de
He
Ninja.
just needed another Elam to put him back in the game. You got to get that siphon bonus. You don't get the heals. It's really rough, even with the Infinity Blade to heal up.
Mira, aquí yo no sé por qué no van a por el equipo este. Mira, ahora no van el equipo
going up there. It's not something that you're going to be able to rely on, particularly when other players are getting the siphon off. And they're the ones trading out the shots. They can quickly change HP, and those are long animations. But look at the challenge. 3 different teams going up, and now it's just the Fish Fam and the Cutter Crew. Lachlan doing everything he can. Zan goes down, but tries to create a little bit of space. Headshot from Suzuhu and disengages.
Cutter Crew finally getting a couple points here. It's been pretty rough for them so far on this map here.
Ahora, mira.
Definitely been Ninja's supreme dominance so far. He's doing pretty good right here. And even with no health, says, you know what, I'm not going to give away 3 points.
Mira, Ninja.
So close. Yeah, you can see him calling out the whites there on the sword, knowing they only need a couple more shots to get it as we switch back on over to the Cuddle Crew, who've established itself there, but are still struggling to kind of get the points. The first time we're really seeing them all together, but Prytech immediately gets ripped from the spawn.
Yeah, Lachlan's team needs to represent. There they are. They're finally starting to score it up. He's got a couple of eliminations. Sammy here, 16 Elam, so definitely has some Slayers there.
Yo, they need to figure out their game plan, because they're getting Elams and putting things together. They have solid numbers. They're just not getting the right hill time. Maybe it's go somewhere.
Mira,
the point that's directly in front of you. Go contest someone, or maybe just
Ninja.
at their spawn, delay them so they don't rotate towards you. Like a number of times, as you said before, you can see where people are spawning. If you want to go deny it, you can send somebody to deny them. Just know that player is coming back over and over and over with likely more resources.
Single time. Look at this. The Little Whip Warriors approaching that 400-point mark, and in just 1 minute, that new point capture deed will be unlocked in the center of the map.
And
solid
lead right now, just under 150 points. That disappears in the blink of an eye. That's about 15 seconds uncontested in that middle hill. That's just how valuable it is. We saw the shift in gameplay that happened. Everybody tunneled it right away. Fish Fam were up, but after that, kind of cycled it back in. The center point became the focus and where the win was taken. And right now, Rama Record Co. We said there was
Ninja ya no supera ni de coña. Mira qué alto está, tío.
Creeping their way right back up. They're about to hit that 300-point mark there. Here we have Svenos just on the point by himself right now, waiting for Blood to come on up, hopefully. And again, no surprise, Ninja and his crew has found himself another point.
And the way they've angled this build is brilliant, because if you come up the steps, you're pushing into somebody's right hand, and on the other side, you're blocked off, as Ninja then just drops down Stewart 0-0-0-0. With the alley-oop from Gotaga, as Gotaga comes up with Magma 1, 2, 3. Ravens out of nowhere, but the Little Whip
Lo matan.
3, 2, 1. You can already see MSYB is down there. Alex JJ down there. Carnifex down there. They're trying to set up control right away. Llama Record go, but the impulses are raining from everywhere.
Hand of Blood really tried to get in there early too, as did every other captain, but it was to no surprise, not effective.
And you can see champions are committing to the 3 points right now. Little Whip Warriors as well, while contention is happening down in the bottom. No
Ninja.
climb of points coming out of the Chicken Champions is going to be beneficial, but also just like that, Rama Record Co. is a little bit off the pace. They need to get this center uncontested.
Por favor, Ninja, por favor. No, tío.
More attention on that.
No sube, no sube.
Por del Ruby me da igual. Por del
Fish Fam are doing it too.
Oh, yeah.
Getting 3 points there. So
esto es lo que tienen que hacer.
who are just
Que
hanging
pillan un
out
cuadrado a
on top,
Ninja.
no problem. all the other teams are contesting. Raven's Revenge has control of one of the other side. So every hill is occupied and full control by a team, not being contested. Everyone else.
Oh, madre mía, que el Rubio super ninja.
Yeah, it's actually working. The Chicken Champions are right behind the Little Whip Warriors right now. They're almost in the lead here. They just have to kind of hold it down. Honestly, the Little Whip Warriors have to identify what platform they're on and go take it.
Well, this is what happened to them last time. They kind of had a good lead and then stalled out. You need a game plan with the middle platform goes, and you either need to stick to it or, depending on the score, be adaptive. Because right now, Chicken Champions, they're being fine. As long as somebody isn't controlling the middle, they're going to be able to have that lead, and you can send one person to just throw impulses down there.
Super la ninja. Muy super la ninja.
Your scissors. 6 Elans looking good on this up point, and now he's in the top 3. They weren't even close, but just by slowly, consistently getting points here, you can see they're breaking those thresholds, slowly but surely, and Little Whip Warriors no longer.
Hola ninja, ese ninja.
Actually unseated the Chicken Champions there from their
ninja.
But the Funky Fighters out of nowhere,
no, ha bajado un montón.
Just like that, into first place, going to pass 700 in just a second. Get pushed out, and now they're back in there. Tomoya going off right now. Lumberek and Co. down there and trying to push him out, and you can see they're contesting it over and over again, but they're not getting the points they saw last game.
Rubio, gana tu ninja. Rubio, tu ninja.
They are slowly just battling.
Rubio, gana Rubio. Ahí va ninja. Si lo que tenía, no tenía 800 puntos Rubio. No. ¿Qué he hecho? Parece que tengo... Madre mía, ¿qué está pasando?
Siempre comienza ganando y ahora perdiendo pavo.
Right as I say that, apologies for the caster curse, but 21 eliminations from the Belgian. He loves that.
Ah, super Rubio. No, tío, no. No.
Defensive cone edits up there.
No, Rubio.
Ojo ninja. Gets cut down, but Funky Fresh Fighters then get sent all over the place thanks to the impulses from above.
I love this strat. He kind of sends out for a second there just to kind of catch a breather, see if his teammates come back. Unfortunately, the timing was just a bit off, and the Llama Record Company now control the middle point. For how long, we will find out here, as this is their comeback story, because they need these points despereally here. Hand of Blood still alive, just long enough to get a couple of more points. But Scissors is playing a long game here. Just eating away at the threshold here at the top.
So Suzu isn't I'm assuming they've sent him to just go either watch middle and be their middle.
No, va a ganar el Afro.
And just like go flying at people as the Kodoku come up in a very well coordinated pitch.
Mira esa rosa. Está más muerto.
But the Funky Fresh. Oh no!
1 point.
Yo, so if you are the Fish Fam or Little Whip, right now you have to send somebody to stop them. If that Infinity Blade wielder gets out of slot and goes anywhere, for 1 second, they will win. Somebody has to deny him. It is all on Tomoya. Anywhere he goes, it doesn't have to be the one near him. If he touches the middle, a singular, uncontested second will be the victory for them.
These are the final moments here, Sundown. Look at him. He's got a slight grin on his face. He wants to do it. Is this the point that he's going to make it? Here he goes. He takes his stake. He does miss. He's going back for it now. His team's up there. All he has to do is swipe just a couple of times. Can he win this straight? And he does not.
¡Lo han matado! ¡Y está en punto!
Points on the right-hand side. Nobody is climbing up by the 12s, and as
Gracias, ninja.
the control there, but Little Whip contesting them right back. Funky Fresh Tomoya will be back and looking to find it, but the contestant is going for the middle. Here's Tomoya. He knows just a second in there. Uncontested will be enough. Can he get it? Oh, he doesn't have knocked down. The impulse grenade at the second he landed knocks everyone out. No one's in there. Can he find it? And he does. That's it. His feet touch the ground. The impulse doesn't go off. Tomoya takes it for the Funky Fighters with some brilliant teamwork.
Chicos, hasta aquí, otra parte. Vamos con otra, a ver si es otra.
At 999 points. Really, anything can happen in those final moments.
Madre mía, qué intenso, tío, que sí. A un punto.
For people to start playing, and the Funky Fresh Fighter right there celebrating with his team. You can see them just so excited. So happy. Let's take a look at this final replay. Now again, we talked about it. The impulse
a un punto, tío.
Right there as the player goes down, sent back out, goes in, but misses the jump monster.
He almost had the flashiest ending ever. Just kind of diving in, wrapping it all up. But it was just good enough. like you said, he only had to stay there for a bit. And even with the impulse bumping him out, that's it.
And I mean, you saw the impulse explosions the second after going off. The team's doing everything they can, but it was not enough to shut down the Funky Fighters. Tomoya, Kutu, Uzi, Dracius, incredibly well done to take the second match of the first set at the Creative Finals.
Yeah, you know what? I am a Funky Fighter rooter and supporter now. I'm rooting for them.
Yo como perdía, tío.
Really?
Well, I can't
really?
do it.
Okay, just gonna bandwagon right after. Yay, the next team who won. I'm their fan, but no, great performance coming out from them. And it's one thing we talked about, right? The adaptation that
¿Empieza ya la otra?
match to match. Llama was like, oh, we're gonna stick to our game.
¿Cuánto le queda?
That didn't work out.
Yeah, it really didn't in those end game situations. They really just kind of crept up and snuck and took the entire fight.
They did, and they were able to make sure that they got time in the middle when Little Whip and that team weren't able to get there. Llama Rekiko and Little Whip were going at it constantly. Funky Fresh were just able to step there.
Yep, and that's just kind of how it happens. You know, now they find themselves one step closer to taking the Silver Llama for this set. Because remember, at the end of the day, these are just the games, but they have to take the entire set now. Now the pressure's on.
The pressure is on, but the Funky Fighters have a little bit of pressure off of their shoulders because they know they got that top spot. And we have Pookie standing by on the top deck with the Pooks. What do you got for us?
Thank you so much, Sundown. I am down. He needed 1 point left to win. What was that like?
Oh, I was really nervous. Like, I was just imagining, like, losing with 1 point would be terrible, so we just tried to get 1 more point, and we did it, so.
It was definitely devastating. I was screaming in my seat. I heard all the fans in the audience screaming for you guys as well. So going into the next games, what do you guys think your strategy is going to be? Are you gonna keep doing what you're doing? Are you gonna mix it up a little bit?
I think doing what we're doing is fine, because first game we got second place, second game we won, so yeah, we're gonna try and do the same thing and hopefully win again.
And hopefully have more than a 1 point buffer, right?
Yep.
Me come la olla.
Just coming over here to you, what has it been like to be here at the Fortnite World Creative Cup, just playing in front of this audience, you know, hearing everybody cheer for you guys to win? What is that like?
It's fun. That's the only thing I can think of. It's fun to compete against everyone else, meet your teammates, and just have fun.
Yeah, and have you guys had a chance to play together before? Is this your first time playing together as a team?
I don't hear it, sorry.
Is it your first time playing together as a team?
Yeah, it's the first time.
Well, you guys definitely make it look super easy. Thank you all so much for being here and talking to you. I'm going to let you get back, get your synergy back together. Sundown and Monster, back to you up at the desk.
Thank you so much, Pookie, and the Funky Fresh Fighters. I mean, their game plan has been solid. Second place, first place.
¿Has visto en la foresta, tío, la barba que tiene, más rara?
But I'm still going to hang out with my Llama Rekiko. But I want to talk about the changes we saw from match 1 to match 2 in terms of gameplay, and was it what you expected?
Definitely not what I expected. I thought Gotaga's team was going to come out here and crush it right behind the Fish Fam, but as you can see, huge upsets. Anything can kind of go either which way, and I mean, talk about like kind of beginner's luck or something like that. You just put a team together. They didn't practice, they're just coming out here and wiping players up, so a lot of talented players here at the Creative Finals.
I mean, Tomoya talked about it. He was like, hey, when I pick my team, very confident there with their death run ability. Want to see what they do in the elimination race during World Run, but doing incredibly well so far at Sky Station. That's going to be a confidence booster, because if you can get the Silver Llama there and you're confident in your ability on the World Run, you're set.
Yeah, you're just one step closer. So with the first place and the second place, they're clearly having a good set so far here at the Sky Station Showdown.
Yeah, it's been very well done from them, but it's still anybody's game. Don't forget, the winner of the Silver Llama is the one who has accumulated the most prize money across, which equates roughly to placements, but you don't get punished if you're placing in that bottom half. 4th through 8th, all receiving the same amount of prize money in each one of the matches.
Yes, everyone is a winner. So you really have to fight till the end. Regardless if you're in the lead or not, this is why these guys are going for it, because this is life-changing prize money on the line.
And I mean, we've seen the difference 10 seconds in that center circle. 120 right there. It makes a huge difference, but enough of us breaking it down. We're going to throw it outside to Bala, because he's going to show us what's up with the tactics. Bala, what do you got for us?
I'm out here at the fan festival, and I don't have a bandwagon here, but maybe after this set
¿Qué se llama gigante?
Monster, we got a ton of awesome action. I've been watching it.
¿Cómo que la llama gigante?
Went down in that first and second games. It was awesome. First off, the Llama Record Company started off with an amazing take. Cohesiveness on the point. Every single time they went up here, they were going from two sides, two angles, and the sword approached at the center, but made sure that he was the most important person not to go down. You see there, Hand of Blood and his teammates all backing up. He's going to have an engagement on the side. These sword fights are really easy for him to just mow it down, but immediately as he realizes his teammates are up on the point, about to get up, about to push the ramps, he comes up from the side, slices and dices. But meanwhile, they ended up falling down the leaderboard. If you look at right now where they're at, they're only in second place. Fishman was ahead of them. But all while Scissors was dancing and talking all the smack, telling his teammates to try to get the crowd involved, it was Llama Record Company making the plan, making the play to get in towards the center. Absolutely amazing take in the center on this first game. Led to Hand of Blood staying in that point and absolutely dominating the super point there. Guys, 2 matches down on Sky Station Showdown, 1 more to go. We'll see where Monster lands because I will maybe join you on that bandwagon. Guys, take it back.
I mean, that's starting to get a little awful crowded, man. Real quick, you guys hopping on those bandwagons. But as you said, there is 1 more regular Sky Station Showdown match in this set. We will see it again later in the remix version during the Golden Games. And it's been so fun to watch the difference of players, who's able to be very strong with the Infinity Blade, how the pinches end up coming. And now in this 3rd match, it's only going to get better from these guys.
Yeah, definitely want to see some more of that kind of teamwork.
Ahora dale duro. Chavala, dale duro, papi chulo, dale papi. Papi chulo.
Ah, chicos, la siguiente partida empieza en 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Creo que la...
Ay, también está hecho los píxeles de ahí arriba, tío. Qué guapo,
Mira, estos son todos los líderes del equipo. ¿No ves?
Nice look at our
sí.
things right there.
And right away you can see a number of teams finding ramp
No
paths.
ves, mira.
Able to use
Es
their
que
first
teoría.
Niño primero.
Niño
sword does a
primero.
double jump, boom, right to the top. Chicken champion, excellently executed.
Yeah, this is what matters right here. Is stopping the funky
Su compañero no vive.
clearly.
¿Pero por qué se va de allí?
Some good work together as a team so far. Tomoya is off to the races here though, sent to run away. Can the Sunshine Soldiers
Aguanta lo que ha hecho Ninja, tío.
make a big appearance for themselves because they can really shake it up here. It can go any which way depending on who has the most victories really in the best placement.
Yeah, so currently
Mira
you
eso,
will see the
tercer
fact
puesto.
that they're able to be pushed off right there. Llama Record go shots down towards this one. You don't want to peek though because the hunting rifle.
Mira el último puesto, tío.
Just misses Carnifex right there. And he trades back down.
Lo que han ganado ahora.
Firing it off, but gets pushed out by Raven's Revenge right there.
Otra vez las llamas, tío. Mira, los cuervos por fin se ponen terceros por un puesto.
Now we have Taldak here jumping right in from the Little Whip Warriors. He's going toe to toe. Otaga's down and out.
So, if I'm the Llama Record Company, and I know I've won a match, I did okay in the last one, they were in 4th, so they were there, they were close. Monkey Fighters have a win in a 2nd place. Do you send somebody to just hard deny the Funky Fighters the entire time? You don't get the Silver Llama if you don't, right? If the Funky Fighters finish above you, they're going to be finished off. Do you think they can spare somebody to do that, though? Because it's better off to deny
No, no fiesta.
Yeah, but the problem is then, the Little Whip Warriors have been so consistent, you literally allowed them to snipe the competition. Super focus. So I think the play here is play your game, and if anything, stay away from let the rest of the server do that, gritty work for you and dominate the other side, take that victory.
There you go. I like to hear it, Monster. That's fantastic analysis. That's why we keep you around. The breakdown and making sure you challenge the initial opinion there as the Ravens Revenge are able to get on the top and in a fantastic spot of control right now, building up a 40-point lead.
Yeah, even like Gotaga's team is still in this. They've been doing like relatively well so far.
Ninja.
He just kind of goes toe to toe with Ninja, strikes him right down. Oh, but His teammate comes on in. Raven's Revenge. Who is that? Magma comes right up to the top. And give you guys a little fun fact about Magma. He's from Australia. He started playing in Fortnite Season 2. His favorite aspect of creative mode is actually speedrunning. Always finds.
¿Qué hace, tío? Me está tocando la hueva un poquito.
It just reminds me why we're up here talking about it and watching them do this creative madness as Scissors cuts through the competition, goes straight up to delay and right back down.
El equipo ninja va perdiendo, el Rubius igual, y el Scissors.
Yes, the Cuddle Crew, come on, make a big appearance. Every game
Es
is
gordillo,
so much.
es algo que te jugando con la
You want to be up in that top 4 competition so that you can take a little bit more home with you.
Yo lo pongo yo.
Here it is, Ninja.
Ponlo para ver si
Disengages,
puede.
just takes down Magma. And hey, I like the strat here. He says, you know what? I got low health. Let's
Pobre ninja. Ya está.
No,
materials, quick reset, knows he can get out there, was basically in the spawn anyway. That is the type of competitive edge Ninja always looks to give himself.
I love that. That was like 200 IQ low-key right there. It was very well played. But back to Gotaga and Hand of Blood here in the same shot. Hand of Blood just, he can't do much. He knows there's a team up there. Waits for his entire squad to go up.
El team de Rubius, el de Rubius, Juanma, el de Rubius.
On this point by himself, he wants to kind of bait him into the close. Can he get the hit? And he does. Talon goes right down, straight to the top.
That was sick, using the jump right as the animation.
O gana la llama, o gana el cuervo.
Dodges the Funky Fresh Fighter out. Gotaga now getting pinched from the side. 3 of the Funky Fresh Fighters up there doing everything.
Yo quiero que gane la llama.
The shots will come out, trying to find it. And Dracius is coming back up to try and get some defense there for Gotaga, instead just going to disengage.
It's actually prime movement right there as well. You just see him baiting and switching, going back and forth, trying to get in there, see if he can kind of sneak in and get some extra damage. And here it is, someone's in front of him. He only needs 2 swipes. He goes down, he gets the siphon. Oh, cannot convert another, which would have kept him in the game. His teammates are here, though.
Otra llama.
A lot more points being assorted. It's a little more top-heavy this game, going towards the 10-minute mark right now, with Raven's Revenge and Llama Record Co.
Que mira, si se queda ahí, si le pusieron una pared ahí y se queda quieto, nadie le ve, nadie.
If they can't come up to the top, they actually are pushing themselves way out of the average, running for the win of this set. So they really need a massive comeback here. But Savenos is showing why he's here with 13 eliminations already. And bye-bye, balls down. Lucky for him, no fall damage.
Yeah, it does reset, and that might be one of those moments where you opt for denying, and in fact, he does saying, hey, I'm at 5 HP anyway. I'll see you in a bit. I gotta respawn.
Smart play for him.
Como la bombardera, superé a la ninja, me río, tío.
Not quite sure who they pushed out here, but they impulse
Los vean. Juanma, saca la bombardera ahora, supera a la ninja.
In the #1 lead, but they don't have too much cushion to play with.
No, particularly when 12 points per second on that.
¿Sabes qué es lo peor? Que está ganando el cuervo y no van a ir por el cuervo. Y va ganando ninja y van a por ninja. Es que no entiendo, tío.
To make sure that nobody is able to come up and contest them, and it just starts raining shots down towards the Little Whip Warriors. Raven's Revenge making their lives difficult this game. Like, oh, Ninja, RTA goes down, Chappie goes down, Ninja gets the slip. Gotaga, will he be able to find the last hit? Ninja intelligently backs away and strafes it out. Teammate picks that one up, and they get control.
Yeah, I love how he played that, stepping and sidestepping so that he can just stay alive, because
También quedó con un poco lag el juego aquí.
if you don't have your captain there to seal the deal for the points afterwards, then you cannot earn anything from it. Here comes Gotaga. Fire straight into the point there. He gets taken out. Here it is. Tomaya's team has fallen to last place. Can they make a miraculous comeback here before the 7-minute mark? Maybe kind of get themselves running. They're trying their hardest.
Que tío, porque Ninja va a luchar y no se quedan los respawn, tío. De punto. ¿A que Ninja se va a matar gente? Mira, ahora Ninja está aquí quieto. Ahora Ninja está bien puesto. Mira, Ninja se pone por ahí quinto. Ninja cuarto. ¿Ves? Ya está, ya no tiene punto al Ninja. Se le para.
Highest up there in terms of the elam. You see Portugal trying to get some pressure down, but good defensive building there from Kororo.
Look at you.
There is Hand of Blood coming directly down. Danya is also up there. We got a three-way battle, but it's 4 chickens saying, this is our roost, get out.
That's right, coming right up to own it all for themselves. Rubius doing so good right now.
I don't want to Rubius.
He actually has a record on, was it YouTube for live streaming?
Tío, ¿por qué no se ponen a correr así en círculo?
Yes, one of the biggest content creators in Spain. Will they be able to push down towards the middle? As you can see, Little Whip and Llama Record Company already down. We've seen this story before as the fucking first fighters go in, but you can barely even hear the shots over the impulse grenades going off as everyone's like, no, we've seen how
the
fighters need this. The Llama Record Company need this. So many of these guys, it's riding on this game right here. They have to get as many points as possible.
But even with the 12-point one, we haven't seen a lead like this from Gotaga Inc. Group. They are nearly 300 points. Nobody else is contesting there. The Cuddle Crew has now been able to catch up a little bit, but they both just established control in their top zones, and Cuddle Crew won't pass Raven's Revenge by just sticking with 3 points. They're in a fantastic spot to win this match.
Yeah, they've actually been very consistent as well, right? They've been doing okay in that top 4, just doing a pretty good job at staying relevant after all of these rounds. So if Gotaga's team takes this, we actually don't know who can take this set right now. It's actually that close right here. Little Whip Warriors have kind of fallen down a bit here, but Funky Fighters clearly in last place is not good.
And now, right now, you can see Tomoya coming in, doing everything he can to knock it down. Carnifex challenging as best he can, and Lachlan is just hanging out inside the cone.
Lachlan's doing a great job here. He's just kind of hiding, loving the low profile kind of position and take here on the point. He was hidden, but hey, he has to come out now and defend themselves. It's 3 chickens who surround him and take down that Cuddle Bear. Oh, man.
They're supposed to be the tender defenders, but that was a whole bunch of aggression coming out from them there as they now immediately look and start to take shots. And the Ravens Revenge have now finally been unseated from their 3-point game. So a little bit of room to start for the catch-up, but it is utter chaos at point D as Tomoya gets taken down, and the Funky Fighters are still in 8th place.
There's still 55,000 minimal on this game alone here. You want to win this one. Ravens Revenge, can they hold it? Or will Cuddle Crew find themselves a big piece of the pie here? Because we're in New York City, you know, you got to make pizza references. That's how we're doing it. Here comes Gotaga kind of hopping on overhead. And all right, he wants more points. He's hungry for it.
It's unfortunate, just clipping off the side as Magma goes down, sitting on 23 eliminations right now. And Gotaga doing his best to find where they want to go up, waiting for his team, but knowing that time is running short since that middle hill is still open and being constantly contested. But the Cuddle Crew are catching up with their steady 3-point game. But now Gotaga goes up right around the back, able to pick up the Elim, and control is resting.
This is scary because the Cuddle Crew is also getting points right now. So yes, they're getting a lead, but the Cuddle Crew is keeping up. They're keeping it very close. They're keeping it very close.
Que el equipo oso yo confío mucho en él, porque el equipo oso hay uno que conozco yo.
Something defensive where you can get your control. They have now walled them off on each side, thrown a cone on top of them, and they have firing angles towards the other 2 platforms and towards the spawns behind them. Nobody wants to go contest them, but right now, we saw what happened when Scissors did that. Don't count your chickens before they have catching up right now. You can see that 12 points ticking over, but they do still have a lead as players are trying their best to deny Ravens Revenge.
Yes, you have to keep him safe. This is the protect the president strat at its finest. Cuddle Crew still gaining points. Llama Record still getting points. In comes the fire from all the other platforms. Cuddle Crew's putting on pressure. They don't want to give him the freebie here.
You have to look at Ravens Revenge, though. Everybody is so focused on the middle. Nobody is going and challenging the top team. You know they're over there. You know they're uncontested right now. You have to be putting shots down there. You have to find the tags under Gotaga. And they got him. They got him. The difference now. Look at the Cuddle Crew climbing up on their consistent 3, but they still have control of the top. They just don't have their sword. It's 2 hops to get up there.
That's right. And now, Lachlan can just sit here. He can just hang out, earn these points. This is what he needs to do. And he's almost there. He's almost there. The first place can be his. Right now he can take this lead, Sundown.
But they got control at the same time. It's literally ticking over a half-second away from each other. Cuddle Crew has the lead, though. Will the shot be able to go through? Yes! Cuddle Crew gets taken down. 999, 1,000. Gotaga and Ravens Revenge in the closest nail-biter yet. Edge out now the Cuddle Crew in 2 teams who we said we wanted to see more, they brought more.
Are you kidding me? The Fish fans step up and
Voy a
shut it
picar,
down.
chavales.
Just the fact that they stepped on the point, they couldn't earn points and they lost the lead. They were just a kick ahead. That could have been their game.
I mean, it's just, when you check out the replay, you can see the counter in the top right, but the Fish fam going up and challenging on the other side. You can see them hopping up there. No one was at the Ravens' revenge as soon as they were there, and the celebration too. You have to be excited when you see that Victory Royale screen pop up when you're up there. I mean, what's it like to win a game on that stage? I have no idea. Those guys do, though.
We you know, at some point before the day's over, we really got to recap the other point of a point of view there, because they had it. They were one ticket. They were there, knocking on the door. $55,000 bonus prize on top of this entire
and it got taken away, and this is why I love Sky Station Showdown. The clutch little moments. Very similar to Battle Royale, where everything that is happening on the map can affect the overall end result of the game. As you see there in Raven's Revenge, closing it out. Gotaga, the competitive veteran, able to clutch it up in the final moments. Magma, RTR, and Chappie as well. Just a great performance out of them, taking the top spot in the final match of the first set.
Now I get to say, I was right the whole time. I started off with, Raven's Revenge, kind of making me feel like, hey, these are my guys. Let's go with your gut, guys, all right? Raven's Revenge, that's who I said when I started this whole thing. I told you.
He's not wrong. They were able to take it there, but we're going to throw it up top to an interview with Raven's Revenge with Zeke.
I
am here, Sana. Thank you so much. Fun fact, Monster did in fact say Raven's Revenge would win. I've got your back, Monster. I am here. You guys... Pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy being here. I'm right there with you. All right, so now who's the overall shot caller? Is it Gotaga? Is it you? Who is it?
Kind of all 4 of us. We were playing too afraid at first, so we just had to go in there and just kill them as fast as we could and then spawn trap. That was our goal.
Okay, what's the strategy like? Are you guys, talking through at the beginning? Are you guys waiting for someone else to make a move? Or are you guys like, no, we're going in first?
Yeah, we're trying to, really pressure Ninja's team. We're trying to put pressure on that green point. And yeah, we were able to control it over them. They ended up wussing off over to the center. And yeah, we were able to play our game and play what we want.
Rafa me pone
awesome. All right,
Madre mía, Rubius.
What do you want to say to all the fans that are here watching, cheering you guys on, and from home?
I don't know, it's just incredible. I'm happy that so many people
Antonio
are
sí
here.
está grabando, lo que pasa que no está en
It's
directo.
amazing, honestly.
Well, congratulations, guys. Now, I believe for now, we're going to send it over to Golden Boy, who is standing by.
Going on there, and now what we're doing right now, hanging out as they walk back over, just brilliantly done there from RTA, Magma, Chappie, Gotaga. The teamwork for them was just on point. You talked about it, all 4 strong players from Gotaga, and they're happy with the final result, and that puts them immediately into contention because it's cumulative prize point to find out who will take.
El cargador. ¿Qué cargador? El cargador, ¿qué? Si lo tienes tú, idiota.
Take these sets.
Well, that's the next step, right? As soon as you're immediately in there, and that's the big part for Sky Station that I enjoy, is you have the ability to see
No conseguirán todavía partida.
relation to you for score. So if you want to go and try and make somebody's life difficult, you might not be maximizing your points, but you can effectively help your team the most by just denying the other guys and being like, hey, you don't get to play this. And occasionally, if you put enough pressure on them, maybe they default to rotating the other way. Maybe they go somewhere longer. Maybe they have to wait and only push this forward. All of those are advantages you can get by just putting pressure on another team. And there's so many different layers, and I think when we see the remix for this, it's going to get even more exciting.
Yeah, don't forget, guys, here and at home, there's a remix version. We have some nice twisted surprise that we will see unfold as the day goes on. That was just our first iteration of this round, and honestly, it was a great set. But that just leaves us with the question, too. The Funky Fighters, they had an amazing opening, right? Second place is great. You get big prize bonus for that. You win game 2, and then you kind of flop game 3. Depending on where they went, their average might have really been anchored down.
Yeah, that ends up being really, really, really harmful. But luckily there, if
Antonio,
you're in the 4th to 8th range, there's no additional, I don't want to say penalty, because they're all getting $10,000 for the match in of itself. So there's just no additional gain after that.
Antonio que no juega su play.
So 4th would have been just as bad, but 8th you're kind of looking like, oh, that'll really bring down the average. It's not the worst case scenario. So they should still be at least in the running, but you can't be comfortable.
No.
Like, not at all.
¿Qué quiere?
It's so incredible, and now we are going to go over the stage. We have the results in your set. One winner is the Funky Fighters. The last match was not enough. The singular win double goes over to them. They will have that first silver llama. Throwing it up, and I mean, you got to be happy for them.
They did it. I thought maybe it wasn't enough, but it was. Love this celebration right here.
You kind of are like, it's a little, I don't want to say like bittersweet there, but it's like, oh, you kind of like get pushed out in the last game, and then boom, you get it. But now the silver llama, but they're happy. They realize, and the big thing, that gives them a leg up for the rest of the competition. If they can win the next match, another team has to win both of them. But such a great job from the Funky Fighters.
¡Qué guapa la llama!
Staying with the strategy, getting 2 top 2.
Mira, chicos, lo que han ganado. ¿Esto?
She loves this right. They're all getting together.
La llama de metal.
They're clearly happy. They take the first set. That's amazing. They're off to the right start, really. They can get another 2 of those.
El de este, tío.
Fire Creative Finals is theirs.
Well, and again, we talked with Tomoyo beforehand, and he was like, yeah, we're really confident when we get into the races. We want to be on that world run. We know we can do there. We have some really good runners, and then they turn around and do that.
I was just going to touch, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, this wasn't even their strong suit, right? He did a death run at some point as when he recruited. So for him to take what might be one of our, toe-to-toe PvP sessions, that's actually crazy. And here's the team standings.
Yeah, look at the final team standings. So Llama
el equipo de Ninja, el equipo se ha llevado 20.000 euros.
The Funky Fighters, you can see on
el
the
equipo de Ninja
have been awarded that silver llama.
Equipo de Ninja, ¿cuál es, tío?
In the top 3, Cuddle Crew and Little Whip Warriors, both at 55, sitting in 4th and 5th. Fish Ram Sunshine Soldiers, I almost got that one, 6th and 7th, and then 8th. There are the Chicken Champions, but this is set 4. There's still tons of creative games to be going on. I mean, it's been so good, and like we talked about earlier, we have a never-before-seen match and game mode for you guys. Now, I know we released Prop Hunt, something that's kind of similar to that. How many of you guys have played Red Light Game time, right? You've been there, you've done it. I know, whether it might have been a little while ago. Junkyard Juke is a red light, green light prop hunt version where you will have 2 teams sitting up as guards, 6 teams running. It will rotate through every single one of the rounds, and here you can see how to win. You have to dodge those guards, sprint into the center, and incinerate yourself in order to get those points. There are 4 rounds per match, Monster, and how do they score?
Yeah, but also, before we get there, you only get to be guard once. And while you're guard, you do not accumulate points. But yes, the points come in through the props themselves. So when you are on the prop side, you want to choose small, medium, or large objects and try and get to the incinerator under the guard tower. So it's actually really difficult. And like you said, it's a hybrid. It's a red light, green light, slash style. This is a pretty tough game mode. We've played a fair amount of it. I got my hands on it. This is actually a lot harder than it kind of sounds.
So it's something that is just completely different. I don't know how many of you guys have played Prop Hunt. Definitely check it out. It's on the Creative Islands. It's a lot of fun, but this
¿Anda algún premio más que la llama de metal?
You're able to have the denial. You're able to plan routes out, and you can have strategies, right? So hey, maybe I want to run all big props the whole time.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
There's tons of different things. Let's check out the format and see what these guys, how they're going to go through, what the map looks like, and really get an idea of how the game is played.
Get ready for more creative Fortnite with the latest map, Junkyard Juke. This new game built off the fun of with a twist. 8 teams will rotate through different roles on the map. 6 teams will transform into props and attempt to make it into the center of the map, while 2 teams of guards try to keep them away. Teams will rotate their roles over the course of 4 rounds, each team getting 1 turn as the guards. Their objective, to defend the incinerator from the other teams, armed only with revolvers and their keen attention to detail. During each round, teams of props will earn points by reaching the incinerator in the central pit. The bigger the prop, the more points. But be careful. Being bigger means you're easier to spot. To keep themselves from getting eliminated, prop teams need to time their movements very carefully. Every few seconds, the guard teams will be blinded for a short time, and the center point turns green, giving the props a chance to run for the hills, or rather, the pit. Once a prop reaches the goal, they respawn at their home base to start over, running as many props as they can before the match ends. If a player is eliminated, they also respawn at their home base and need to start the trek all over again. After 4 rounds, each team's points from their prop rounds will be combined, and the team with the most points wins the game. So keep an eye out for those moving bushes, crates, and gnomes, and enjoy the Junkyard Juke.
Thank you so much, Zeke.
Creo que para ganar tiene que tirarse por ahí.
Has never before been seen. It looks kind of a little simple, but it's wacky, it's fun. There's a lot of small little minutia that go into it, things you can min-max on, and also there's just a level of ridiculousness that I enjoy so much. Just seeing somebody turn themselves into a literal dumpster and then try and weave their way past, it's a lot of fun.
Let the memes come to life here as your favorite.
Whoa, you talking about my gameplay again? God, that's so rude.
Turn them into dumpsters, literally. We'll get to see that unfold here. I gotta say, this is a frustrating game mode. It's very difficult. You guys are gonna see why. It is gonna be tough for some of these guys to bring in those big point objects, and that's just gonna be the name of it. Who can score the most
score, and how well are you playing defense? How well do you coordinate? Who is watching the right angles? And it's again, it's going to be interesting to see, do they switch up their strategy from game 1 to game 2? Because there's so many different things you can do. But we are about to have the world premiere of Junkyard Juke. We are getting into set number 2, the Funky Fighters.
5, 4, vamos 3, 2.
We now are in to set 2. Match 1, and right away you can see Chappa, Gotaga, Magma, and RTA of Raven's Revenge, and then the Little Whip Warriors, Ninja, Taco, Taldak, and FaZe Kaz taking their shots off. Now, fun fact, the screens are there, you can't see, but you can shoot through them. So don't be afraid to take some shots. I mean, we know the trick shotters will.
Yeah, some people are already shooting. They figured that part out. It looks like Chappie hasn't quite yet. He's kind of looking. He's just blind shooting. Oh, there it is. Now he's firing through. He's noticed, hey, these are not ricocheting off of this curtain here. I can fire right on through. So you want to stop them. You want to force stop them. You want to also kind of memorize the map in the lanes.
And right away you can see as soon as the blinds go down, people go. But the first points are starting to come through as Lachlan is able to get in. Hand of Blood's team, the Llama Record Co. also able to get a 10-pointer and the next 5-pointer, following it directly behind. Oh no, it was another 10-pointer. So we already see some of the props having successful runs.
Look at him go. There it is. You saw a big old truck kind of sneak on by, and these objects are slipping right underneath. But who knows how long that'll last. Here's scissors. You gotta park it. You gotta stay still.
Mira el scissor.
The props will clip through other objects that are there. So if you see something that isn't sitting perfectly naturally like scissors was, right there, clipped into it, boom, got him brilliantly done. Lachlan hits one of those bounce pads that are stuck in there. They will launch you up in the air. Great run coming out from
contra más se tiene ahí, contra más grande sea el objeto para tirarse ahí, más puntos ganan.
and Hand of Blood gets picked up just before. That would have been a huge swing, but right now, Sunshine Soldiers in first place with 35 points.
They are finding their rhythm here. Sunshine Soldiers taking the lead right now. This is a hard game mode to break free in because you got to think about it. These guards are not playing around. They are shooters, right, at heart. And at the end of the day, if something looks off, something looks odd, like this white vent right here, you're just going to get popped. So you got to be careful here. And there it is. Nice job of, kind of hitting the brakes here. And, oh, he hits one of those trap doors. Let's talk about that, Sundown.
So you can actually see it. There is the little
Hasta a punto de tirarse el pavo este y la visto el ninja.
that can be chained into each other. But if you are one of those bigger objects and you get sent up, you are just quite literally sometimes flying garbage.
Yeah. But, it would be too easy if we didn't lay traps around, right? So, got to kind of spice it up for the people that are turned into props, too.
So you can also, actually, the people who can turn into props, there's one pathway where you can chain two of them together. So if you can get there, you almost land directly in front of it. So as long as you time it correctly, you can use them slightly to your advantage, but most of the time they're a little bit more annoying. And boom, you can see that rusted truck going in.
El coche grande cuesta por día.
Another lead, 60 points so far.
And this is something important to note, guys. You have to get it into the incinerator, fully processed before the timer counts down, or else your point will not be processed.
Which is a big thing on the min-maxing. What we mean by that is maximizing your efficiency. So if you were to get the most points possible, you run only 10 points the entire time. Not only because they're worth more, but they take less time to sort because they're the first one that goes through. The 2-point props are able to run much easy compared to a dumpster and a card, particularly because you have cover. With that being said, take about an extra 3 to 4 seconds to sort, so it makes it that much less efficient, plus being only 20% of the point value.
That's right, so Clytax there has chosen a big object. Achin and Zond over here, smaller objects. They're kind of blending right into all of the dumpster trash. Clearly harder to track down and kind of, I guess, how do I say this? Sort out, right?
Yeah.
The clutter here.
Exactly. You want things that don't stick out, or you want to find a path for an object that you can take. Notice how there's a section where there's like 4 or 5 rusted cars. Grab a rusted car and go park yourself with those, because yes, the guy knows. Screen goes back up. Oh, there's still a bunch of rusted cars there. I'm good. Next thing you know, the prop walks his way up. You can also, as you're running, if you hit your crouch button, whatever you had that bound to, whether you're playing on controller, iPad, PC, all of them end up completely stopping, so it will send you totally naturally, just like what you would see.
And this is also those moments, right, when you're in the guard, oh, someone spotted there, popped him. Tomoya, nice job seeing something out of the ordinary, but notice he gets an elimination on the object. You don't earn points for that, so it's just your job to stop everyone from getting any kind of points, so don't break away with the lead. When you're in the guard tower, you can't allow the people to score, and you're not scoring.
Which can end up being very interesting if the team in the lead, which generally happens because you have 3 chances to score, is shooting last round. Right? Because then it's all about how good are your pressure. And one other thing you can see, starting to fire through the screens. Very well done for them. Picking up an elim there. But right now, Kadoku already wresting the lead away. All 3 of them sitting there at 60, but they're 5-point processes, and it goes through as 2 more dumpsters throw themselves into the fray.
And that's because the Funky Fighters cannot earn points here in the guard round. The Sunshine Soldiers using this opportunity once again to just break away even closer to taking lead. And the Chicken Champions can't earn anything either.
I love that from Clytax right away. Hides himself behind the box, and you see his hands. He's like, please, please make sure it's not there. And then boom, gets the point, gets a nice little selfie going in. And you can see all of them getting sorted there. Another way, I'm all about the min-maxing. Point your camera towards the end. You go just a little bit faster.
Sundown pulling out the strats here. The question is, figure it out fast enough with their limited amount of games here, but 20 seconds on the clock. Can he get this in time? Remember,
Tío, esta partida y corto que quedan segundos. Es muy imposible que gane todo.
Springboard there. You saw him look at it and be like, oh, no, I'm good. And that was the last one. None of these props are going to be able to get sorted. Lockman gets picked out. At the end, you can see 3, 2, 1, but not going to be enough. You need to get all the way through and sorted on the point as the rest of the denial comes through, and we're going to rotate the guards up.
Vamos a ver las 4 rondas, ¿vale?
So we will have some new guards take their place.
Que vamos vamos a ver las
honestly
4
Chicken
rondas.
Champions' opportunity to start scoring some points and hopefully close up the gap here.
Y el Ninja todavía puede que su equipo gane, ¿eh?
And the Fish Fam are at the top.
Y ahí está el fondo.
My eyes are on the funky fighters right now. They're very close, and on top of that, they're the team with the Silver Llama. As we've talked about, they are so incredibly close, doing everything they can to push towards the top. And you can see they got a lot of elims too in the round where they were playing defense. So not a ton of scoring going past them, only 35 points off the pace. But what I'm shocked about right now is there is nobody running 2-point props at all. Zero.
Tamori is a genius. He was already spotted out for the statue. He kind of hit over to the side and said, you know what, I kind of got to wait here. I can't park this statue out in the open. He's going to be hunting for me. And that's exactly what he does. Kind of sits it over on the side there. And that's how he earns himself another point. So they're actually playing very
Ninja.
smart here. And that's why they've been doing so good at these competitions.
I think the guards need to be slightly more aggressive. There's no limited ammunition.
Adriana.
If you think something is suspicious, or if you just want to take a shot at it, shoot your shot. Yeah. What's the worst case that happens? You miss. There's no accuracy stats going on there. If something looks suspicious, don't let it through. You're the guards, and you want to deny as much as possible. And again, every match is for $55,000 for the winning team. You want that, and that will lead into the Llamas as well. You don't want to end up in that 4th to 8th spot. You want to push past your competitors, as we see a whole fantastic for Ravens Revenge, and Llama Record Co are also climbing their way up the leaderboard, 110 points so far.
Great job for the Llama Record Company. Alex JJ, Venos, and Hand of Blood. This team is doing great right here as they seemingly inch their way to the top.
Al Magma lo han matado en el último segundo, tío.
Which, by the way,
No hay Ventor. El coche. El Ventor.
Junkyard Juke.
Well, like we said, the creative finals is all about celebrating the different types of creative skills. There's different ways to express that. We have the World Run where it's there. We saw Sky Station Showdown, which shows up building in Team Tactics. And right now, Prop Hunt is all about min-maxing efficiency, working together, and hitting your shots.
Yeah, absolutely, because when you're in that guard tower, you don't have opportunity to miss. You let them score, they're going to break free and break away with the lead. Here's a look at Svenos here, who's that bullseye, just kind of blending right in.
The archery target, there's a lot of them out there, but you need to be
Mira, el que te viene ahora es Sabendo, más malo, tío.
Floating up there.
You can see kind of like the look on his face. He's like, there's no way this works. And one other thing to talk about is orientation of your prop. So you notice he actually swapped his camera and pointed in the other direction. Unfortunately, was clipping into the trash bag there. But if you're running forward, your prop faces backwards. So you need to run and then turn, settle yourself. That's the best way. Or you orient yourself around the stuff that's near you. Because if you're facing in a totally random direction, that's not a bullet in most circumstances.
I love how aggressive they were. The clock was
gotta go.
Yeah, the clock was ticking. They're like, you know what, we gotta get in here. But that was round 3 of 4 for this first game right here. And you know, it's kind of going. You already had your shot at the guard tower. You're safe. You're good. You can keep getting points. But this
Que yo las partidas normales no los he grabado.
all the points you got. That's it. They have to hold strong.
Y mirad, chicos, cuántos puntos me he hecho en lo del Dur. Mira, empieza el siguiente ronda, voy a derrotar esta hamburguesa.
So right now we can see right away Llama Record Co.
122.000. Voy a llegar hasta 125.000. ¿Y lo de la hamburguesa?
¡Ojo, ninja!
¿Qué se ha convertido? ¿Gas?
And it is. The top 2 teams are in the guard tower. So right now, everyone needs
Pero chicos, llego aquí. 125.000.
This first match of set
Pongo el
2.
vídeo de 3.
I'll be honest, it's a pretty big lead. That's a substantial
De 125.000. Madre mía.
Funky Fighters, Chicken Champions. You got to bring these big items through and do it successfully with the limited time left in this round right here, because if not, it's going to be hard to catch up to that 150.
We're starting to see a little bit more consistency right there. And look at Svenos shooting. He's just shooting everything. He's not worried in terms of going through there. Does hit one elim, fires the shots off going through, trying to look at just anything that he thinks doesn't look normal. Anything that maybe not have been there before.
It's like one of my favorite things, watching him just shoot the boxes. Like, what's that? Was that there? Was that there? Was that there? Was that there? He's just taking his shots. That's exactly what you got to do here if you want to hold this lead here. And that's why they're winning. And you can see the no hesitation really coming out of them. And that's why they have the lead right now. And it's great. It's great that they're hitting his shots. It's great that Svenos is holding it down.
But the Funky Fighters, we talked about it, eyes on them, already up to 120. One more 10-point prop will put them past. And unfortunately for Ninja, that does get hit on the springboard, but gets in anyway. So just a little bit of time loss. A great shot from Lachlan. My lord, I barely even saw that.
Four Turtle from Australia hit a springboard, and Lachlan shut that down. His fellow Australian brother right there. Very nicely done. You don't want to hit those springboards, man.
And now you can see 125 from the Funky Fighters. They're doing everything they can to overtake. They want this match victory. They want to keep the momentum rolling. But the Cuddle Group is doing a great job of picking up targets and running their timeout, getting some both right as they get out of spawn and before they're about to score, which the waste of time is even that much more efficient, but unfortunately not finding anything there.
Yeah, Lachlan is really not timing his kind of rotations and reloads properly. Notice he's not also utilizing the shooting through the curtain factor there. He's kind of holding himself back. That's why you saw him through a couple elims right there. But you got to put that pressure down, lock down these lanes so that they don't just get like free rotations through, right?
And again, we talked about it a little bit. I'm very surprised nobody is consistently running 2-point props. You can get them in close to every run if you pick the right path and you take the covered angles. It's very difficult to stop them, particularly with the smaller hitboxes. But so far, we've
Cuddle Crew's still doing really good defense right here. Oh no, but you know, Cass's curse. I feel so bad. Chicken Champion comes up out of nowhere, takes that one right away.
Able to get him there, and now the Funky Fighters 5 points out. Anything going in will be enough, and the time ticks over. They didn't get it in there. Oh! Did they get it in there? They might have got the 5-point right at the end, but no, wasn't enough. Llama Record Co. on the defense says, lock it up. We good. Brilliantly done from them. And that's what I'm talking about. When you're sitting there on defense, you know exactly how long you need to keep them out. Exactly what you need to do in order to take the victory. And no surprise there. The guys who are all about that apocalypse game mode during the creative trials, able to take home the very first match ever on Junkyard Juke.
That was well played, valiant effort for everyone that participated in that run right.
Ricard.
The end, they would have it. That's 3 successful runs. That takes about a minute, and he could have collected it.
So maybe some of these guys need a little help here. Let's redo this. What would you suggest here, Sanyo?
I don't want to say suggest, but I had an opportunity to play a decent amount of it. I'm a big fan of kind of adjusting based off of the scoreline. So if you're seeing you're able to consistently keep running 2-point props, get the guaranteed points. If somebody's playing really good defense and you're not getting 10-point props in, you need to pivot away from that strategy, because getting any points at all is better than none, and particularly if you waste a run on a dumpster where the entire time you're going and then you're stopping, and then you're going and then you're stopping. Eventually, even if you get all the way to the end, sometimes it's not enough, right? And then you've wasted that third. Going into it, but be a little bit more deliberate.
That's right, but let's go on and hear some of the deliberate actions over with Zeke. Down with our
What's up, guys? I'm hanging out with the Llama
Record
Company. They took away the prop hunt 5-point lead. You guys locked it up at the very end. And Blood, I'm going to start with you. And one person I want to call out specifically is this man right here, Svenos. Very the tallest man on the planet. It feels like this guy's a very good pick for your team. And I want to know why him, and then also why you picked these other two.
Yeah, I mean, I picked all of those guys because this game mode is all about skill. There are no random things in it. You need good aim, you need for sure. And Svenos, I mean, he's like a Spandau. He really likes Spandau. That's kind of the best city in the world. And that's why I picked him first, for example.
Okay, now Svenos, I'm going to put you on blast for a second because we've known each other quite a while. You know, I'd like to believe that your creativity is what allowed you to win. Let's think back to the time where you wore an entire green outfit and you danced and had a galaxy over yourself. Do you feel like that galaxy and that kind of creativity helped you get this dub?
I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
I think people at home that watch, you guys probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's go over this way now. What do you think about that game? Was it what you expected? Was it different? Did it catch off guard? Were you ready to just jump into it?
It's enjoyable.
You just got to work out who's good at aiming, which team's on the tower.
Mira la nueva tienda.
All right, final question. Do you think you have what it takes?
Mira la nueva tienda.
What? What? Marshmallow? Hostia, me lloveando, Ah, venga, pues no. Porque no salió ningún baile. Yo quiero marchando.
Yo quiero el marshmallow.
Yo quiero marchando.
¿Cuál?
Marchando.
¿Cuál dices? ¿Está en la sala?
Sí, bailando.
Vete a la sala.
¿Qué?
Vete a la sala.
Ya estoy.
¿Este dice?
Sí, ese. Está guapísimo.
¿Con qué? ¿Con esto?
Qué suerte. Ojalá yo tuviera pavos, tío.
Pero esto me lo compré hace un montón. Esto me lo compré el primer día que salió.
Pero tú tienes suerte, tú tuviste pavos y yo no. Lo más guapo de esta tienda ha sido el palito de pescado y el baile.
¿Pero por qué le saca el marmelo, tío?
Me gusta, me encanta. Es mi segundo baile favorito. Es mi segundo baile favorito.
¿Cuál?
El marchando. Parezco su normal aquí cantando. Toma.
Yo estoy en una canción de cumpleaños. Que estoy en una canción de cumpleaños. ¡Tarta! ¡Come tarta! ¡Tarta!
Es que no tienes pavos, es que no tienes pavos. Hostia, coge la capa. Es que no tienes pavos, tío. Pero aunque tuviera no me la regalaría, ¿que no?
¿El qué?
El marchando.
Me compraría los mazos melo, si no te miento.
Pues si no te pones el pico de más melo, ¿para qué quieres el marshmallow?
Me gustan.
No sé, pues voy a cortar directo.
He's doing it as well. He's actually eliminated 9 props so far, so he is really...
¿Acabado?
Sí. Creo que no. Creo que están echando una partida de Pro Hunt. No os corto el vídeo, chavales. Hasta luego. Adiós, chicos.